But what I like too about, the folks that you have surrounding you in the NWA, like you said, the vets, you've been around with these guys for a long time, a lot of the folks that you work with. So you kind of have an idea of what you guys need to do as well together to make this product magical, because you've all seen where it's gone wrong in the past and you've kind of all experienced it at different levels together. And that's what I think is cool about who's there at this current time and who's, in big positions, because, essentially there's been pitfalls for a lot of people. And now it seems like it's all coming together and ascending upwards.
Yeah. Like, again, I'm just a talent, right? I'm only obligated to put on my little blue jacket and talk a bunch of smack to people, right? But it's like, because, and I say like, Trevor Murdoch is the same thing, EC3, but we care. We really, really care. Mike Knox is another guy who's been there.
Love him.
Amazing. Love Mike. Rodney Mack, who never, ever got the credit he deserved for being as awesome as he is in the ring. And, again, anyone that has met Rodney and has worked with him will tell you what an amazing human being he is. And that's Absolutely. The kind of, like, those are the kind of people we want. Like, when we go to work, like, we're genuinely happy to see each other. And that's what you want. Like, okay, what do we got today? Let's make this happen. And there's such again, like, on all levels, like, look, we have our own little section of the locker room that we change in, but everybody talks to everybody. Like, people will come over and chat with us. We go chat with them. Like, it's not like one of those. If you talk to any of the talent that I know of, our locker room has a reputation for being like one of the most laid back places there is. And, again, that's what we want, but we also, we want, and we do implement the standards that like the basic respect, having consideration for other people, like cleaning up after yourself. And look, there's, I'm not going to get into it, but there have been people that have been asked to leave our locker room because again, we're the most laid back people in the world. Just show up, act like an adult, have fun. But if you're kind of rocking the boat to the point of like you're disturbing the harmony of it, again, you'll be asked to leave, and it is a consensus with everybody, and it's not just the guys that have been doing it 20 years. It's the newer talent. It's everyone, that we're just like-minded individuals to where we welcome anybody. We don't care. Like, we don't care who you are, whatever. Just show up, act like a professional, and work hard. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, I get what you're saying. Like, in ECW, it wasn't work. And I looked forward, even if I had a 6 a.m. flight, I was so excited to get on that plane because I loved being with those people and I loved the product and I loved working. When I signed with WWE, I would get sick to my stomach getting on the airplane. It was such a different experience for me because I didn't have a good run there. I didn't have a good experience there, but it was literally apples and oranges. So it really does help when you enjoy what you do and you have a good core of people around you to spend the time with, because, you're on the road a lot and these people become your extended family. So if you don't enjoy them, you're going to have a miserable experience. Yeah. So what you said was the same, with I keep saying ECW, but it was the same vibe in the locker room. So I'm so happy to hear that you guys are experiencing the same thing that we had, because I've never had a locker room like the ECW locker room. I've never been in something that I can honestly say felt like a family atmosphere to me. And to this day, I still talk to a bunch of the guys. We still tour together 30 years later. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, awesome. It's crazy. Like, if you were to ask me in my 20s, do you think you're going to be friends with this guy 30 years from now, or even working still? I'd say, what, are you out of your mind? Yeah. But no, we're still doing things that we're blessed to do and that we love to do. And we're enjoying each other's company. And I love that you're going through the same experience, because, sometimes I talk to guys and they're miserable and they're, they're getting oppressed. They're not letting, the creativeness they're not letting it come out because so-and-so's, you know, politicking against them and this and that. So when you hear something positive about a locker room, I love that. I think that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm really happy for you guys. And I think Billy's doing it the right way. And like you said, brick by brick, eventually you're going to come into bigger buildings and you know, get that TV deal and it's going to explode. And you deserve, all of you deserve that. So that's what I hope happens.
Yeah, I mean, from day one, we said we're the little engine that could. And, you know, again, it's loyalty, like true loyalty. You see, and look, it's a business. You never know, right? Like some people throw large sums of money at you, and I don't think anyone would hold anything against anybody for doing that.
Right.
But again, like, see, the difference, in my opinion, is Vince is a businessman. Ted Turner was a businessman. Tony Khan is a businessman. Billy is a businessman, right? I mean, we're not going to look, if you look at his commercial success, no one can deny that. But before he was a businessman, he was an artist.
Right.
That is the difference. Where, like, with me, like, I would often argue, right? We made the joke, like, Chad and I would, like, oh, yeah, the painter, artist, wrestler. Like, I kind of, like, I'm more of a performance artist than I am a pro wrestler, even when I was in the ring full time. Like, but that's who I want to be. That's just who I am.